No, I get around like this, and I enjoy it. You know, and I play golf everywhere I go, sneaks. I play everywhere, you know. I had a wonderful day today. I only fell out of the cart twice, and that's while I was putting. I play here every year in the Byron Nelson tournament. He's wonderful to play with. I played with him, Billy Graham, and Danny Thomas. And I'll tell you, that's something. When you play with Billy Graham, it's something. His ball went in a trap, and he said a few words, and grass grew under the ball.
Bob Hope. Who is this guy who has fast-talked his way into our lives for the past 40 years? It's not as though he's had to force his way in. Americans have bought Bob Hope overwhelmingly, passionately, as long as he's been available.
If you're handing out degrees and have an extra cap and gown, I'm available. If you're having a bar mitzvah and the rabbi's out of town, I'm available. Available. If you would like a British accent, I can do it. Tally-ho.
You have been described as an American institution. That might make you sound like the Hancock Building, or, you know. What's your reaction to that?
Friends of mine tell me I look like a building from the back. But, no, you know, they lay things on you like that, but that's a lot of laughs, you know. Then they say you should be in one. You know, they follow that up real fast.
America's love affair with Bob Hope began a little more than 42 years ago in Chicago. On September 27, 1938, Hope's Pepsodent radio show went on the air, and inside of a year, it was the #1 show in radio. Since then, a generation of talking comics has copied his style, his motions, his rhythm.
And of course, our centerpiece is Jerry Ford. You know, he plays in so many wonderful tournaments. He plays down here for Byron every year, and he plays a lot of pro-ams, and God, he draws big crowds. Of course, you know how people gather at the scene of an accident. Now, he's made golf a contact sport, and I'll tell you, he's a beautiful man. You never have to worry about a score. You just look back along the fairway and count the wounded.
Bob Hope, the sanctified wise guy. No one is safe from his rapid-fire wit, especially if you're an elected official. It seems all he has to do for his laughs is to be Bob Hope and talk politics.
You're going to have a lot of fun around here with this presidential campaign. It's really going to be something. You know, it's going to be closer than you think. Carter's going to have his teeth buffed. He'll come out fighting. You know, because that's not an easy job, as I said before. And to go into the White House right from planes, that's a rough thing. And they tried to explain the indoor plumbing to him and everything, you know. He caught on right away. Billy never did figure it out.
You've had so many friends who have been in the political circles. Have you ever worried about offending them when you've been doing your routines?
No, I don't do material that really offend them. You know, because first of all, I try to stay in the middle. I try to walk the wire as far as different parties are concerned, because you can't jab one party and not jab the other one. And I hope something happens to Reagan this time, because his hair can't stay that color forever. And I know. I was hoping he'd take Charlton Heston for vice president, because we need a miracle.
At age 77, Bob has had his share of critics. During the Vietnam War, his hawkish stance could bring as many boos as his jokes brought laughs. But he didn't change his style, and even today, his humor still has a conservative slant.
So I get around, play these places. I usually have to play big auditoriums like this, only five rock groups. You know, that's something. Have you ever seen one of those rock concerts with 10,000 kids in midair smoking their programs? That's the only way they can understand the lyrics. And after they leave, they have to give the curtain a cup of coffee to get it down. It's really something. And I used to have to use the dressing room that they've used for an ashtray with the footprints on the ceiling. And it's a strange experience to walk into one of the dressing rooms after those rock groups leave, and you take one deep breath, and immediately you can play the drums.
What is the key to success to remaining in the business as long as you have?
Well, knowing what to do and, you know, knowing what an audience will like. And
after all these years, do you have any fondest memories?
Oh, yeah. No, naturally, it was the overseas trips. That was the most exciting, most emotional part of my life.
Do those faces that you see on those trips, do they leave a lasting impression on you?
They got to leave an impression on you. You know, guys, those kids that have made the sacrifice, my goodness, you never forget that. That's something else.
25 overseas tours and 8 million miles later, Bob Hope's pace hasn't slowed much. But now he never travels with an entourage, and he often goes on tour by himself. Just him, his golf clubs, and a suitcase.
I travel so damn much. I've been to almost as many places as my luggage. In the luggage, something, the other day, a guy in front of me said, I want that bag to go to Dallas, that one to Seattle, that one to New York. And the fellow says, we can't do that. He said, why not? You did it the last time.
Do you ever plan to slow down?
I slow down a lot. You know, on my schedule now, over December, January, and February, I've got wonderful, and even in November, I've got weeks where I'm going to be in Palm Springs doing nothing but playing golf while you're working hard, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I have a ball. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. You know, I'd go into some other racket. You know, I'd open a restaurant or something. But I have a ball doing what I do. And
Your wife doesn't say, that's enough?
Yeah, she says that all the time.
Does she?
And while I'm climbing on the plane, she said, that's enough. I talk loud because I'm usually at 10,000 feet. As long as my health remains the way it is, and I feel so damn good, I just...
Feel good now?
I feel wonderful, and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. When we land on Mars, I will be the MC on TV naturally. Old rocking chair will never get me. I'm gonna tell my jokes long as you let me. I'm available whenever you want me to be. That's why I'm here in Dallas with this wonderful tribute to Roger. Yes, sir.